Hello everyone, my name is Amy and welcome to my first ever Sims 4 house building video. So as you can see, I am laying out all the walls and trying to get a general idea of the layout of the house. I did try my best to keep this house rather small just because most of my Sims houses tend to be rather large with lots of large rooms with empty spaces and not really like a lot of furniture in there. So I did try to keep this rather small. There is 2 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms, and then there is an extra office room that you could potentially use as another bedroom if you'd like, if you wanted to download this house. So yeah, I do list it as 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. So placing in the front door and then kind of tweaking the foyer area so it's a little bit larger and symmetrical, and then putting in a door in the back that will end up being where the kitchen is. So and then I go along and start placing the windows. I did have quite a bit of trouble with the formation of this video and doing the narration. Just because this is my first video ever, I had to cut out some of the footage just to make it all work, and so it did take a while, but you do end up seeing most of the interior being built, and then I kind of skip over on the landscaping, but on the end I do kind of do a fly through so you can see most of the house. So finally placing in the rest of the windows, and then I attempted to do the back patio, but decided that I wasn't going to tackle that job just yet, so I move on to the roof, which is even worse. Excuse me, the roof of my house is always gives me quite a bit of trouble. It does change quite a bit from what you see right now to the final product. So putting in some pillars and then adding on what looks like it's going to be a balcony, but that ends up actually being the master bathroom. So that does change in a little bit. Putting on the wall coverings on the exterior, I chose a paneling and like this blue-green kind of siding and some stone. The blue-green color does change all the way towards the end of the video. Moving on into the interior, placing some lights and putting down some nice dark hardwood floor. I really like the flooring of the house. I think it complements the color scheme that I have. So moving on into the interior and the furnishings, we're starting off with the kitchen. You can see that I initially placed in the like white refrigerator and stove. I was gonna kind of make this a starter home with kind of lower end appliances, but just really didn't like the look of that, so I ended up putting in the nice like stainless steel looking appliances and trying to put in some cabinets. You can see I have initially this green color, which I kind of liked. It looked kind of modern yet kind of retro at the same time, but then I do play around with the coloring options, and that does actually change. So I tried a few different things, just kind of testing it out, and I really ended up liking that blue color, so I changed everything over to the blue. And I think it looks quite nice. So I do put a few decorative objects, you know, microwave and coffee pot in here. And then towards the end of the building, I come back and tweak a few things and add a few more things in the kitchen, which you can see. Placing in the dining room table. I was going to kind of put it back in that corner, but thought it would kind of flow nicely if it was more centered in the center of the room. So, and then I move on to the living room. You can see I took advantage of the move objects on cheat and place those 2 couches together so it actually looks as if it's a sectional couch. And then if you're really paying attention, you can kind of see that sim in the background. I did fully test this house just because even though the Sims 4 came out in the United States back in September, I actually didn't get it until Christmas this year, so I wanted to make sure that it was fully usable, all the objects you can actually use for your Sims. Moving on to, this is where I decided I wanted to have the official office. I was just going to kind of put a computer there, but decided I wanted to actually make it a room by itself. So it is rather small, but it kind of works for what your Sims would need it for. So the desk, and surrounded it with some nice book bookcases and put in some shelves, and then I end up putting in some cabinets above that. So yeah, your Sims would have lots of storage. You can't not see it in the office, but there is a art easel and a little sitting area behind the desk so you can chillax and read in the office. And then I'm moving on to the upper level. You can see I'm kind of going tweaking a few walls and then going up and down and kind of copying over some of the same colors as I had downstairs. So just kind of copying over some of those things, and then I am going to start in this landing area. So this is right off of the stairway into outside the master bedroom. There's not really a TV or anything in there, but you can see momentarily I end up going and putting some furniture in there, still working on some of the wall coverings and copying everything over. So here we are to the landing. I absolutely loved that rug. I loved the colors of it, and that actually inspired the colors throughout the house. So I like the orange and the blue kind of yellowy color. So I did kind of try to copy those over. So just, yeah, just a basic little living area. And moving on into the master bedroom. So deciding on which bed I liked the modern kind of a green color bed, and then on the opposite wall placing in the front, like the wardrobe area, and putting in some shelves and some objects over here just to make it look more lived in. I do think that this house is definitely more designed for a single, or I suppose a couple, or like roommates or something. There really isn't any kid-friendly objects in here. So really like a couple or like a small family, I suppose. So placing in some end tables by the bed and putting in some lights around there. Again, trying to stick with more of a modern furnishings throughout the house, and decided I wanted to have a little like dresser on the side there, and I like that I kind of mismatched the colors, just so I try to put a little bit of every color in every room, so a little bit of red or the orange and the yellow, so trying to kind of keep everything looking like it all goes together. And then moving on to the master bedroom's bathroom. So I did want this to be a fairly large room with the big corner tub and a full shower. Moving the tub over in that corner, and then placing the shower and a toilet, of course. And then at least the wall coverings are the same as the wall coverings in the bedroom, the bathroom in the lower level. So you can kind of see the pillars that are holding up part of the bathroom, and I did like the overhang of that part, but I do change those pillars out to a wall, and the footage of that does get cut out, but I thought that it looked more realistic and that you would have that being a little bit more supporting, so you will see that in a little bit. Now I'm just kind of working on the back balcony. So the store is leading off of that landing, and then I'm just kind of tweaking the roof for the final time. The roof's, it was just a horrible mess, but, and then I do believe I retexturize it at some point. And then putting in some different wall coverings and trying to find, I think, a plant to kind of go in the corner of the stairs there, and adding some more lights. And oh, here's where I'm looking for a plant, and I tried like a tree, and that just didn't look right. So I ended up going back into the master bathroom because I realized I didn't really finish decorating that. So putting in like some tissues and some toilet paper. The candles on the side of the tub definitely gave me quite a hard time, and you could see the camera angle was kind of really fast and really out of control, but I did put some candles on the side there. And a few more things here in the bathroom, and then I kind of moved back over into the master bedroom. I wanted to make the master bedroom large because the one on the lower level, it was a rather large bedroom, and I wanted the master to be just as big as the one on the lower level or bigger. So when I did that, then it just seemed so empty. So I went back in and put a little seating area and a TV and the ottoman at the foot of the bed. Again, just to kind of fill in some space and change the colors of those chairs so it kind of matched better. And then moving back over and looking for a picture, put that in the hallway, and then kind of left that master bedroom wall a little blank. and putting in some more flowers. There's where I find something finally to go in that corner that I liked. And then putting out some chairs in the balcony and I believe I do a plant or two just to kind of make that nice. And then coming back down in the kitchen and trying to find some rugs. I do like how I kind of did this layering effect on the kitchen where I can put those rugs together so it kind of makes it look as if it's one rug, or at least that's the way I imagined it. And then putting in a few things by the bar and going back over and dressing up the foyer area. I wasn't really exactly sure what to do with the rug. I really liked that one in the living room and wanted to copy it over, but thought it would be too much, so ended up just kind of placing those rugs like that, and that's the way it stays. So putting in some more lights and a little side table as you walk in through the entrance, and a few little clutter objects. Like I said, I tried to keep this kind of clean and modern, so not really a whole lot of things lying around. Taking advantage here of the fact that you can move the pictures on all aspects of the wall, so kind of moving that around. Now you can see I'm back up on the roof, and you can see I finally did put that wall in, so it kind of makes a breezeway for between the front and the back. And then I wanted to kind of carry out over that idea to the like third level, even though it wasn't really usable, but it just didn't look right, so I deleted it, and then I finally retexturized the roof. And moving on to the back, you can see I wanted to kind of carry over that wall idea, but the wall wasn't supporting anything, so it just really didn't make any sense to have it there. Moving on to the landscaping in the front here and putting in a flower bed. You can see there's one off to the side as well. And I believe I look for a tree and put that in, and putting in some, moving the garbage can over, and then decided to only fence in half of the backyard. And at the end here I am recolorizing the exterior. I felt like the inside was so modern that it just didn't really match the outside, so I tried to change the color and then ended up doing that yellow color, which actually inspired the name of the house, which is Yellow Morning. So kind of finishing all that up. Obviously you can see the pool in the back, which got cut out, but here we are into the front of the house and kind of zooming out, and we're going to pan to the left here. You can see that little breezeway area and the back of the house. A small pool, but I think it kind of works. I didn't do much in the backyard as far as gardening or anything, just kind of kept it simple. Coming into the front and now panning out to the right and walking in. I like the kitchen. It's small, but it's easily accessible, I suppose. And then kind of turning around, walking into the living room and the bar area here. I like how it's very open. It's kind of flowy from one room to the other. And the color scheme, I think it all works really nice together. Exiting out of the living room and I'm going to go over into the office. So heading that way now, and I like the color scheme in this room. I used it in the master bedroom as well. And now we are heading out over into the main bedroom on the lower level. So this is the first time you're really getting to see this room. It is very basic. There is a door out into the corner there you can see, which leads out to the patio on the outside. This is the bathroom on the lower level, so very basic again, but you get your toilet and sink and tub. So moving upstairs now, this is the landing, kind of just a sitting area outside the master bedroom, of course with the doors out to the balcony that looks out to the backyard. And now we're heading into the master bedroom. So very large, but it's very nice. There's a TV there, so you can watch some TV. And heading into the bathroom now. So we're getting near the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. And again, my name is Amy. Bye bye.